And hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dyson Sphere Program. It's done. It took a while, and I had to completely redo my setup as I said I was going to have to. Come on. And I'm still getting used to flying. But we actually got everything designed, but we're still running into material shortages. But now it's things like sulfuric acid, helium, and the like. So to that end, I've got a single, and I mean a single, gas extractor, so we can start hopefully seeing some gains from here. Because I really need deuterium, and the system they have involved has a 1% chance of getting deuterium every time it activates, and it does not go well. Okay, so that's a glass giant, or gas giant. So, how do okay. I've never used one of these gas collectors before, so I really have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I want to go back here to my mass manufacturing planet. And we'll chuck this down, and like you can see, I've sprawled all over the planet. This planet is a power hog. We are generating 674 megawatts. And as you can see here, there's times where I'm not generating enough power because I'm consuming somewhere in the tune of probably about 700 megawatts. So it's working, but it's close. Now, since I have no idea how orbital gas collector used to collect resources from gas giants, it needs to consume the collected fuel to maintain the energy required to do such an orbit. Okay. I guess it is. Zoom out here. I guess I am going back here. That is a gas giant. Yes. So I have no idea what I'm doing with this. I guess we'll find out. I do have warpers now. And I got them equipped. But I really have just about no warpers, so I'm kind of hesitant to try going out into anywhere else. Okay, so it is Alt to land. Ah, there we go. Once I'm hovering here, oh, that can only be built on the equator. So let's go this way for the equator, I think. Search. And that's the equator. Ooh. So you're going to generate us hydrogen and you're going to make us deuterium. That's really good. hopefully this will be enough to get more of these in the long run. Because, yeah, I really need deuterium. It's the major bottleneck. Like, if we come up back here to our main planet, I'll show you what I mean. I think it's over this way. I've been up, down, and around my planets so much that I don't even remember anymore. Yeah. Here we go. All of these. Something like 36, 37 or so of these things. I've got hydrogen flowing through them. They have a 1% chance of producing deuterium. And all of this is netting me maybe 60 a minute. Or so. And I need the tune of a couple hundred per minute. Thankfully, I've also got, well, this thing doesn't really need to operate at the moment. But yeah, I got this here set up so that if I really need to, I can supermax the amount of power that's going through everything. So that's the current status of the planet. This is bits and pieces of the previous setup. For concrete slabs, I got sick and tired of just the 10,000 limit here. So what I did is I pushed them out, had two things go in and to a massive storage here, and then another two coming out and putting into here. And because these were generating and creating more and shoving them in, this started filling up. So now I have a redonkulous buffer. Some other things that you guys may have be having issues with is some of the liquid creation, which is where I'm having shortages at the moment. But if you don't have your system balanced, you can backlog very, very rapidly. So what I did is I showed you this system before. I made a modification. It all goes in, and then it goes into a sorter. I've set it to pull out the hydrogen, shove it out one line, and then the well, refined oil goes out another. And I've got each of these stacks of tanks, about 10 high, each capable of holding, what is it, 50,000 or so, something like that, of each of the materials on each side, and then it dumps them into here. So I get a truly ridiculous amount of storage for backstuffing, if I can produce enough to keep up. Which, quite frankly, I can't. Although I might need to... Yeah... Might need to think about expanding this even more. And I've got 2 runs that are doing this. Not 1, 2. So, because I got that one there, and then I got another one that's bigger. Somewhere around here. Yeah, you think I got enough iron plates getting made? Yeah. A lot of materials like the high density silicone and like, I've got multiple runs spread out because, well, just capacity. Okay, and here we got our new sulfuric acid, which, in all honesty, I am still running out of. And here's the other setup I got. Again, it's doing the same thing, going into 2 buffer tanks, and it's making a decent amount, but not enough. And then we got, of course, got our mega production over here. Now, one of the things I did is I went through and you see these random lines throughout my system, and that is for the warpers. So that when I go and set up in another solar system, my ships can get to me without taking a couple of years. Speaking of, for warpers, where are we? Warpers, there's 2 ways to make warpers. You can A, turn one of these lenses into a warper, which is a 1-to-1. Or B, you can turn a green research cube into like 8 warpers. And the only thing that really you need to add is one of these, which for the most part, the most expensive thing as far as I'm concerned is hydrogen. That's the main cost and one of the main hangups. Everything else is pretty cheap as far as I'm concerned. So by adding one of the quantum chips to get the green research cubes, which I'm already going to be producing anyways, this is a lot cheaper. It produces far more for me. And so let's go up to here where we got our research. And as you can see, I've got the green line. Well, it's yeah, it's hooked in. It's spreading around. So far, anyways. But, yeah. So we can actually turn around and, oops, you know what, let's drop each of these just to 1,000. Because I, realistically speaking, do not need this much back stuff. So, that should at least get some more warpers getting produced now. I need a logistics station. Luckily, all my main manufacturing is over here, so I don't have to go far. I just have to remember where it is. Well, there's the movers. So that's row 2 and row 3. I can come in here and just grab it. 1. Which is all I need. Actually, no, I actually need 2. Now let's get this hooked in. I can just nip that line down a little bit. And those are spreading out throughout. And you know what, let's grab half of those. Okay, you're stocked in. I right now have all of our research paused because I wanted to transfer all this stuff to back stuff. So let's go find our warper production. And that, I think the quickest way is going to be this direction. I can't remember if it's on this side or the other side, because once I filled up this side, I had to switch over to the other side. It's not them, not that. Here we are. And there we go. Just those, and gets our warpers. I've got the warpers set to spread out once they're produced, so that like it'll automatically fill up its own inventory. But you do have to tell it to supply local and remote. And actually, you know what? These are going to be getting used a lot, so let's up our main stockpile here to about 5,000. Everywhere that receives warpers is set to have their stockpile set to 100. So they'll hold 100 plus the 50 in the building itself. So now, in theory, we can go to a completely separate solar system and get going. So exciting. But for now, I really want to get more hydrogen up and running. Oops, that's the wrong way. For some resources, like water, I changed up how things are doing it. This is just receiving from Earth, or the Terran planet. It's got remote demand, and it's just local storage. And here I got local supply. So this is going to supply all the water demands. And as you can see here, I got enough place to build up quite a decent buffer. Might actually do that for oil as well. Wouldn't hurt. But not right now. I'm probably going to really need to work on this. But that's, we got fully set up. Let's just go quickly see if I got any more of those specific buildings done. If I do, we'll go set them up and call it a wrap for this episode. With next episode launching to a new world and showing full setup. And, well, seeing what we can do. Okay. Yeah, see? Warpers are already starting to spread through the system, which is good. Because that means we're going to get really useful really quick. Oh, I've got, you saw my energy systems. I got this one to local supply setting for the accumulators. Actually, I really don't want that. I want that to be remote demand. No, local storage. Because I want these to send out empties to the Earth and bring back full ones. And where are we? That's the downside to this kind of setup I did up here is I really get lost easy. Now some things, now that I'm thinking about it in here, there are some materials that I just do not have. Let's find a open spot on something. Yeah, that works. Namely, there are kimberlite ore. All these ores, evidently we can find and mine. Well, not those two, but these we can find and mine, and they'll speed up certain recipes. Now, I haven't found them, but it's basically like the organic crystal. You find it and, well, you can see we got two different ways of the silicone ore. We can either find it and mine it, or we have to produce it. The producing it is really slow, so the finding and mining it is faster. But stuff like sulfuric acid, there's evidently lakes of this stuff out there. And that'll speed up a lot of stuff. And same with fire ice. which is evidently out there somewhere. No idea where, but it's out there. So, we were looking for... Right, that. That's power, that's power. There we are. Should be this one here. And you're waiting on those. And you got 4 more. Nice. Reinforced thruster. Yeah, the reinforced thrusters, the reason why those aren't there, because, well, it's just right there. What's the problem? The problem is titanium alloy needs sulfuric acid, which is really slow to make. So, yeah, I think the next thing we're going to try to hopefully find is a sulfuric acid lake. And go from there. So, to that end, let's go get these new items placed. Okay. Now, evidently, it's the caps lock key to turn on warp and off warp. But I really don't know how to use it. Let's start experimenting to figure that out. Okay. Okay, now we're in construction. Good. So let's find ourselves the equator again. I think it's this here. No. Oh, we'll eventually find the equator. Oh, that's right. I'm the completely wrong angle. There we go. Now, if I'm right, these things are going to be 2 blocks across apart. Which is a shame that it's only on the equator, which means these are of limited utility. But, hey, more deuterium is just going to speed everything else up. Wonder what they're sending it with. I guess some of the main ships are coming and picking him up. But still, let's we've been to that one. I think that's actually it for this solar system, is just the 3 planets that we've been to. Yeah, because we got the 2 in orbit, and then we got the 2 over here. So let's lock on to that one. And we'll head on back home. And from there, we'll pick it up next episode. I told you the other guys, the other world was going to be temporary. Well, I knew I was going to come back. Although I will admit this got tedious setting all this up. That being said, now that it is all set up, I really don't need to do it again. Everything's set up. I might have to expand something every now and then if I find I'm really getting specific shortages, but this thing will chew out everything we need. except for power. It's just going to chew up power. So to that end, well, today we got a little bit of a tour of everything going on here. And just to get rid of excess hydrogen, now that I'm thinking about it, and to help with the power, which is, as you can already tell, is a major concern. Yeah, where is it? I remember I set it up somewhere. Problem is I can't remember what side I set some stuff up on. Nope. Here it is. I'm making hydrogen fuel rods. It's just costing me 1 titanium ingot to make them. But pretty much doubles the burn time for the fuel, so therefore doubles the energy output. So yeah, these just sit here, chew through it. I got my own stockpile so that I can burn through it in my own energy grid. So yeah, it's rather efficient. Of course, deuterium is like three times as long in deuterium fuel rods. They last three times the length, and they give us 600 megajoules. Sorry, not megawatts, megajoules, versus the 54 megajoules. So a rather massive increase, but I really need deuterium for everything else. So, yeah, if you start running out of power and you got titanium quite literally to burn, hydrogen fuel cells actually work kind of well. So, till that end, thank you all for watching. This is Zeofate, signing out. Have a good one.